All right. Back with Bowling with Bear. Hell of a segment here today. I'm here with Tripp and the one and only fellow Huntingtown Hurricane. The guy does it all. Hits golf balls, bombs, drives, splashes the three. Some say that he's the third splash brother. He's went missing from the womb. The guy does it all.
Yeah, name's Tripp. Like you said, former Huntingtown Hurricane, three high schools, back in Southern Maryland. Getting ready to do this episode with Nol Bear, my guy since day one. Super excited. Do a little real estate, sling some pizzas on the
Whoa.
side as well, and I'm just super pumped, man. I've been gambling for a very long time.
Well, we've had some big hits. I believe it was Thanksgiving of 2018, maybe 2019.
I think
Me and Chris hit the bookie for 1,800.
it was 2020 because it was right before I went to college. I'll never forget.
It's fucking a lot sooner than I thought. Yeah, we were betting Thanksgiving, had a lot of college football or college basketball and NFL. And my Bears played that week actually, and Bears lost, but we were confident in the parlay, so we put the parlay back in for the rest of the NFL games, added a couple more college basketball games, and I think we hit like 8 or 10 of them. It was
I'll
awesome.
never,
We
I'll
also
never
did some
forget.
straight bets that day. We're on fire.
I'll never forget the last game that we needed was Baylor. I can't remember who they were playing, but it was Baylor money line. Went into double overtime and they won by 2. And we just started going crazy over text, dude. I remember I called you and we were like, "We're fucking the bookie. Like this is insane." It was the first parlay we ever made together.
Dude, it was a spectacular day to be alive, even better day to be Nolan or Trip.
True.
But today we're focused on December 13th, buddy. We got a lot of basketball on the night. It's going to be a little basketball show for our basketball viewers. I've done a lot of football on here, but we're basketball guys. We live on the hardwood, and this is what we're about.
Huge basketball guys. I was digging into NBA a lot this morning, and that's because there's only 5 games. So when there's a little small slate like that, I love to get a little 5-teamer because you really just got to pick 5 correct teams.
The odds are ever in our favor with 5.
Always.
Can't beat it.
Because I get a little overwhelmed. I don't know about you, Noel, but when I got a slate of 75 college games and I make like 10, 15 teamers. Yeah.
And the odds look great. The odd, that's where you get deceived. I fall victim when I pick anytime touchdown scores. I got 5 guys that look great, but in reality, 2 or 3 of them hits. So the first game we got the Kings, and they're in Philadelphia, I believe, against the 76ers. Kings are obviously underdogs, plus 166, and I think the 76ers are favored by like minus 7.5 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like that. I was looking at that one earlier. It's a tough one because the Kings have. It's really hard to like sit there and say like the Kings are who they used to be because they're not. They got Kevin Huerter and De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk's there too now. They have a squad, but tonight, Embiid just put up 53 the other night. Harden's looking better.
Harden's looking real good.
De'Aaron Fox isn't playing tonight, and I think that's gonna be a big loss for the Kings. They've been looking good the last couple of games. The whole season, even in the preseason, dude, they were just balling. And I'm gonna have to go with the Sixers. I don't think I can lay the points. I think I'm probably gonna put them in a parlay, the money line, because I don't know. I think it might be a close game, but I think the Sixers are gonna pull away.
I agree. Some may say NBA stands for no betting allowed, never bet again. I stay away from spreads. I like props in the NBA, but money lines you're for sure way to go. Those games can go on big runs all the time. And with Fox out, I do like the 76ers. Now, I do like Kevin Huerter over on threes. I believe that he is at 1.5 or something like that. They got him low, man. He lets some things fly. I also like Sabonis. He's at like 17 and a half. So couple props for y'all, but I think it's going to be really one-sided with the 76ers. If you like the Kings, if you want to bank on the white boy Herder, that'll definitely get your odds way up there. But I agree.
I might follow with the Herder bet because 1.5, that seems a little low for me, and especially he's been putting up 20. Like
White Mamba, bro. The
White
White
They
Mamba.
gave him $80 million. De'Aaron Fox isn't playing. He's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball a lot. And it's like crazy, dude. It's like if you think about it, I know we're Maryland boys, and like Herder was never like he was in the Trimble days, so like he was never really that guy.
Overlooked.
But he was super overlooked. Except even at Maryland, I can remember going to games and him just literally just hitting threes like it was nothing. He put up 12, 15 a game, just like it was nothing.
He was born to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Put it that way. So next game, Warriors and Bucks. No tough ones. I would say that the Warriors are so streaky, it's hard to rely on them until the end of the season. Although the Warriors just had a big game. I believe they beat the Celtics Saturday night.
16.
Yep. But the +4, Bucks are -4. They're in Milwaukee. I'm a betting man, so I'm always going to bet on the Warriors, especially when you give them money. But the Bucks look good. Bucks definitely look good. Like I said, if it wasn't for Fox, I probably would have took the Kings. But this is where my underdog bet comes in. I like the Warriors +150, +4 if you're on the safe side of things. But I think if you're going to go with the underdog, might as well just take the money line.
I 100% agree with you, and I was digging into this one too in the injury report, and it looks like Chris Middleton's doubtful, and that's huge because like
big.
Like Giannis obviously can carry the game, but Chris Middleton's their second best player, and they literally can just start double teaming Giannis. And
super easy for him to get overwhelmed. Exactly.
All it takes is Thompson or Curry to hit 3 straight threes, which will change the dynamic of the entire game. And
exactly what I was going to say. Curry's at over 28.5 threes, or they pretty much hang out at over 4.5 all day. But I would let it fly over 28.5. If you're feeling naughty, you can go up to 30. Definitely 5 threes in the Warriors win. That's a nice little 3-teamer right there. Your odds are probably going to be +500, maybe +600 on that one. Let it fly. Let it fly. Throw $20 on it. Do whatever you got to do.
The only thing that got me a little worried, but I'm taking Warriors money line, but it's just how bad they've been playing on the road this year. And like you were saying, how streaky they are until the end of the season. And they have been playing just horrible on the road. And like, could that play a factor? Absolutely. Except with no Chris Middleton and coming off a big win against the Celtics, I think I'm a big Warriors guy, and I believe that they can beat Milwaukee. And they've shown the whole year, even though they've been streaky, that in big games they come to play. So,
I mean, like I said, you're the undisclosed third splash, brother. We know where we stand.
Yeah, we know exactly.
Suns, Rockets. Suns are definitely pissed off from Zion schooling them, hitting that little 360 look like NBA Jam. Mess them up. So I think the Suns are pissed. They got to cover 6.5 against the Rockets. And the Rockets are a super streaky team. They can get after it. They can shoot the 3. But I'm going to go Suns money line. Like I said, stay away from the spread. But in that one, Eric Gordon's only at 1.5 on threes. He lets that thing fly. So if it's going to be a close game, which I think it will be, I like to over on that. And Mikal Bridges is actually at over 2.5 on threes.
Really?
So I wouldn't mind that bet either, but I really like the Gordon bet. What are you thinking?
I like those two. You know, for me, I'm just a big money line guy. I've never gotten into the player props. I want to, and I want to start doing those, except I've always just been a money line guy.
He drives the speed limit. I mean, a class act citizen right here, you know? He doesn't go over, doesn't go under, he just goes right there.
For the fans that are going to be watching this one, here's a little history fact. So back in the 70s or 80s, I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines, the casinos started to lose money, right? And they were like, you know, people like me and Nolan were sitting around probably a big table, 10 or 11 people, and they're just like, what the fuck is going on? How are we losing money? Or the house. And that's when they came up with this idea of a spread, because they used to only have money lines for the longest time. And then they were like just down a lot of money, and they were, casinos were about to go, not all of them, but like a couple of them were going to go bankrupt, and then people were just losing money, and they were just like, we need to come up with something else. And then that's when they came up with the spread. And ever since I saw that fact, I was just like, I'm never taking a spread again. But when I do take spreads, are like, say like tonight, Warriors +4, and I think they're going to win. If I put a huge parlay, maybe I'll put them +4 instead of the money line just to be safe. But like,
getting points never hurts. Getting points never hurts.
I never take the team who's supposed to win spread ever, because it's just too risky, and I don't know. I've just never liked to do that.
Now Pelicans Jazz, it's -2 in favor of the Pelicans, +2 Jazz. Even with Spider-Man Donovan Mitchell leaving the Jazz, they still continue to play good basketball. But like I was saying with the Pelicans Suns game, Suns are a good team, they don't step up all the time. Pelicans look good, and coming off that win, I think they look fantastic coming in tonight. So they're on a little bit of a hot streak. Zion's rolling. So
7 straight wins.
Yep. -122. Let's just keep the ball rolling. The Jazz are nothing to be afraid of. So let's get after it. I love the Pelicans.
I love the Pelicans too. And then to go back to the Suns Rockets real quick. Rockets, this is like a game that you slam the Suns, right? Suns have lost 4 straight, and the Rockets just came off a big win in Milwaukee. They stunned Milwaukee in the fourth quarter, and I believe that the Suns are going to win that game probably pretty handily. Like, if for all the spread bettors out there, I mean, like I just said, I don't bet spreads, but I think they're going to crush the Rockets, and I would take the Pelicans. I'm taking the Pelicans as well, because they're looking for their 8th straight win. Zion's finally back. He's been hurt for so long, and he's playing like he did in college. He's playing like he wasn't hurt for a year and a half. And
he's playing like we've all been waiting on him.
Yeah, like we've all been waiting.
We've been waiting on it.
Like an $80 million Nike deal or whatever he got. Like, he's playing like it. So I love them tonight as well.
And then the last game on the slate, we got the Celtics and Lakers. Celtics are -3.5 favorites. The money line set at -164. And I mean, if you couldn't tell, not a LeBron guy. So he said 26.5 for points. So we're going to take that way under. AD, he's not really getting help. He's struggling. Even when it was his time to shine, he missed that free throw in the game Saturday or maybe Friday night. I forget. Either way, man, the Lakers have not been playing great this year, and the Celtics, after that loss to the Warriors over the weekend, Celtics expect them to get back on track. We're going all against the Lakers. At least I am.
I am agreeing with that, because the Celtics, yes, lost to the Warriors, and then they lost to the Clippers last night, which actually ruined my play.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
Had a freaking 11-teamer, and Celtics -170 or whatever they were, and Cavs -440 lost it for me last night. And it was a $10 to win $550. Everything was looking up. Cavs came back against the Spurs, cut it to 2 with a minute and a half left. It was brutal. Then the Celtics ended up losing. I just don't see the Celtics I think they're on a 7-game road trip or something crazy like that, but they've lost their last 2 games. I don't see them losing a third. Lakers have been playing fine, but like you said about Anthony Davis, he's getting no help. LeBron played really good the other night, except I just don't see it. This is a game that the Celtics need to win for some confidence, and I just don't see them losing 3 straight. So
I think a lot of suckers out here are thinking that the Lakers back, it's in LA. The odds are in their favor. Don't be a sucker. Please, for the love of God, don't be a sucker. No. And I also wanted to touch on, I love the fact that you mentioned that bet was only $10 to win $550. Me and Tripp are dreamers, okay? We're not telling you to throw the whole rent, throw the whole mortgage on a team, okay? We're not like that. We're dreamers. We dream big. We bet small to win big. We're middle-class citizens trying to make it to the big leagues, all right? Exactly. We're on the staircase, we're on the elevator, however you want to say it, ups and downs, but we're going to get them eventually here, all right?
Exactly, and that's like another thing. Like, I'm due, bro. I'm more than due.
Due. We are due.
If you're not hot, you're due.
Yeah, but the NBA looks great tonight. Only 5 games. If you can't win anything on 5 games, go home and try again. Okay, because your day's coming.
This should be an easy night.
Um, so there's also college basketball on tonight. Now, I personally am not a fan of betting in this early stages. If I really like a program, if I really like a team, I'll throw them into some parlays. But I really like to see how they do during this time. So right before the big tournament in March, like February is. I know where teams stand. I know what they need to do. It's a little bit easier for me to see where players' progressions have gone. But with that being said, there are a few teams that I do like tonight. LSU and NC Central. Um, LSU's rolling this year, and the spread's only at minus 14.5. Nobody in the world knows who NC Central is, and they're not ready shocking tonight. Now I try to stay away from spreads in the NBA, but with college basketball, I love it. If this thing was over like 25.5, it might be sketchy, but it's set at minus 14.5. So we're gonna roll LSU. We're gonna stay away from that high money line. But minus 14.5 is nothing. NC Central are a bunch of bums. You can mark my words on that one. And we're gonna roll LSU. Iona plays Princeton. Minus 6.5. The money line's minus 300. At this one, I would say stay away from the money line. Princeton can still play some good basketball. But Iona all the way, money line minus 300. Now, here's my crazy one. Alabama's playing fantastic. But you know who coaches Memphis?
Penny.
Whole Penny Hardaway, son. He's got that program right. And it's only the spread's only minus 7.5. Okay. Memphis is not ranked. Alabama's 4 in the country. Why is it only at 7.5? You know why? Because Penny Hardaway gets his boys to compete. And if you're a fan of getting those odds way up there, I love the plus 270. I think it's going to be a close game. Plus 7.5 should be safe for you big bettors. But if you're a dreamer like me, Memphis all the way. All the way.
I can agree with that, right? I kept Alabama out of my parlay actually, and that's exactly because Memphis, I mean, they have a 26-year-old on the team, right? They have, I think it was 300 and going into the season, 388 games combined on their their starting five. That's how long these guys have been playing together.
Veterans.
They're veterans. And Bama just came off a great win, dude. They've been playing phenomenal. And it is at home, but they gotta lose one, right? They beat two number one teams. They beat a couple ranked teams in
they gotta come back to earth, bro.
They got to come back to earth. And Memphis is a really solid team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they beat them. And I really like your play at plus 7.5. I also really love the Iona money line as well because Princeton's going. They're gonna what are they? Yeah. So Princeton is trying to win their 8th game in a row tonight, is what I was trying to say, but I was stuttering because I have brain damage.
Because I'm a jackass.
Yeah, because I'm a jackass. And yeah, so Princeton's 8-2. If Princeton's 8-2, Iona's 6-2, but Rick Pitino minus 6.5. It might come down to the last bucket, but Iona might beat them by 20. I don't really know. Iona's been rolling. They've been playing.
Iona looks great. They look fantastic.
And I have Iona, and then I have 2 other games that are very small money lines. UMass Lowell, 11-1, playing at Rhode Island, 4-9. And UMass Lowell is only minus 125. Why is that, you might say? Because they've been playing really well. They just beat UMass, who had 1 loss as well. They've been playing a lot of games. They're playing in Rhode Island, whatever it may be. I'm UMass Lowell all the way. And another one is 9-1 Marshall versus UNC Greensboro, 6-4, I'm pretty sure. 9-1. They're trying to win their 9th game in a row. They are only minus 135. And I'm slamming Marshall. I have to. They've been playing phenomenal. Everybody's like, well, who have they beat? Who have they played? Whatever, dude. UNC Greensboro isn't good. First off, they like everything I was reading was acting like Marshall was playing like Texas tonight. And
Right.
they're like they haven't beat anybody. Like they're not even like in the conversation to be top 25, and they're 9-1. And it's like, yeah, well, they've been playing really well against who they have been put up against the schedule. And I'm taking Marshall all the way tonight. And what
I
did you?
mean, and also what a sign. I was just watching the movie earlier with Matthew McConaughey. We are Marshall.
Yeah,
I it's like the worlds are aligning right now.
they
Jeez,
are. What a great movie. And Matthew McConaughey really
what a
just
great film. What a great actor.
yeah. What a great story.
What a great guy.
Yeah,
I
what a
mean,
great.
Matthew McConaughey.
All right, all right, all right.
Huh. All right.
All right, all right. All right. What else? You got anything else tonight for college basketball?
Actually, no, not tonight. But I don't know if it will let you here on FanDuel, but if there's any way you can throw it in tomorrow night, our Terps got a big game against UCLA. UCLA 16th in the country. We're sitting at 20 right now, I believe. I love the Terps. So if there's any way you can throw that in, roll Terps. Willard's got our boys in gear.
I love
Coach
Maryland.
Willard's got us going. I was actually at the game where we beat Illinois, huge game. We gave up a game to Wisconsin, or was it Indiana?
Wisconsin,
And it's just a big game. They're a good program in the Big Ten. They always hand us a loss. Even when they don't have great players, they play fundamental basketball. They got like 5 white dudes out there. But we were rolling. To go 8-0 is great. You knew a loss was coming, but I think that we get back on track. And to some, it may seem like an upset, but I think that we should beat UCLA, and I'm all about it. And if I'm not mistaken, it's in Maryland. It's at the Comcast Center, Xfinity Center.
it is, and Wisconsin. Everybody's like, it was a bad loss, and it's like, bro, Wisconsin literally won the Big Ten last year. We have a whole new team, a new coach. We're coming in. We played awful against Tennessee, right? Shot 13% in the first half. And they battled back and almost won the game. If that doesn't show signs of resilience and toughness from our players, even though I don't agree with the shots that they were taking, I don't think Dante Scott should be taking threes. I don't think they should be forcing up threes at the end of the game when they came back because they were pushing the ball in the paint. They were taking little jump shots. They were pressing. They were literally pressing with 8 minutes left, getting
run and gun, baby, run and gun.
Exactly, and they were playing great, and then they pulled the press off, and then they started taking threes again. I didn't really agree with that, but it's early in the season. We're still trying to fix all of our little flukes.
Right. And we got some transfers in, so it's definitely not a squad that knows this system. Obviously, it's Willard's first year here, but for what they've done, they're playing together. So hopefully they can pull it together by March. But more importantly, if I'm going to throw them in this lay, hopefully they get their shit together tomorrow.
It's a must win, I would say, to beat UCLA. I think they can do it. I think they're going to.
If we want to prove ourselves in the top 25 as a dominant team this year, this is a game where we need to step up. Okay, I don't want to see any blowouts in the first or second half. I don't want to see a magical run to win the game. Let's just stick with them and play hard-nosed Maryland basketball and get it done.
I think that's exactly what we will do. So with my
Oh, God, look at the piece of paper coming out. This guy's official.
Yep. So we got UMBC versus Loyola. I'm just going to lay them all out. I got UMBC money line minus 200, St. Thomas, Minnesota money line minus 800, Boston University minus 400, NC State minus 290. They're playing Furman. Furman's a really tough squad, except they're coming and playing an ACC team. I'm taking NC State.
I agree.
George Washington money line minus 300 versus Coppin State. FIU minus 180 versus Howard. UNC Asheville minus 360 versus South Carolina State. And Cal Poly plus 12 versus Washington at 10:30, the last leg of the night. And I didn't write down what this was to win. I think it was 10 to win 250 or something. And then I have Iona versus Princeton, Iona minus 320, UMass Lowell minus 125, Marshall minus 135. And that is a 3-team parlay, 25 to win 102. I think it's a very good value bet.
Love those odds.
I'm super confident in this. And I have Warriors plus 140, Celtics minus 165, Pelicans minus 130, 76ers minus 195, Suns minus 250, 10 to win 150. And that's a great value bet as well at plus 1,500 on the spot, essentially.
Hell yeah.
That's all I got tonight.
All right. So on my side of things, we're gonna go Warriors money line, Suns money line, Pelicans money line, and Celtics money line. That's not gonna get you a lot. Obviously, you only have one underdog in there with the Warriors. Now you can go a couple different ways. If for some reason you think that the Kings can get it done, you might as well just bet Kevin Huerter to score 30 points and a Kings dub. You can add the Kings in there. I think it shoots it up to like 2,500. You can also take that slot to make it a 5-teamer, and you can do Memphis over Alabama. That would definitely get your odds up there. I think with some pretty much locks in the NBA. And also, if you just want to take all of the college basketball bets together, I love LSU minus 14.5, Iona money line. We'll throw Memphis money line in there, throw the Warriors money line in there. And some of the ones that I'm sure are going to win are the Suns and Celtics. The Pelicans might be a little bit iffy, even though I like them. So we'll just go Celtics money line, Suns money line, Warriors money line, Iona money line minus 300, LSU minus 14.5. That's a great parlay right there. And if you want to send it through the roof, throw in Memphis. But, bet responsibly. With all these picks here, you should definitely be able to bundle up something big. Have $25, $30, throw $5 in each one of them. Because we're dreamers. It's what we do. Shoot for the moon, shoot stars, comets. We're running into asteroids and shit. Okay, we're out in space. We're trying to hit big. Elon Musk big. Mars big.
Mars big because we dream, right? And it's like they want to say, no, don't take a 15-leg parlay because you're
That's
never.
What they said,
bro. We've done it before, and guess what?
We're
gonna do it again. We'll do it again and again and again and again and again and again until our bank account that is for our betting is so big that the bank will not allow us to bank there anymore.
I'm never fucking leaving.
I'm never fucking leaving.
I'm never fucking leaving. All right, folks, signing off. You got Bear. You got Mr. Parlay. And this is what we do. If you guys like this, we'll definitely have more videos to come. If you like the basketball side of things as opposed to the football side of things, let us know. And we're also two big golfers. So I think next big tournament, we might have some picks, guys who would like to win, whatever. But expect Tripp to be around the channel and follow him on TikTok as well. What is your TikTok, Tripp?
It is at Trips Ahoy.
Cool. We'll put that up there. Obviously, Balling with Bear. It's been another great episode. Check us out on the gram, Twitter. Check out Tripp's TikTok. Goddamn, all them T's. And dream big.
But like I just said, if you're not hot, you're due. And
You'll never take us down.
No,
You'll never take us down.
Fucking do, bro. And I'm gonna start hitting them again. I'm gonna get on a hot streak again. And y'all are gonna be like, I wish I rode with Bear and Mr. Parlay.
Parlays and pesos, baby.
Parlays and pesos. You know the drill. They know the drill and they know the deal. So why don't they ride with us? They're gonna ride with us. They're gonna have to.
No cap.